Let's roll.
Hellpoint is this super cool action RPG set in a sci-fi universe. You play as a character exploring this creepy space station called the Irid Nova, which is filled with all sorts of weird creatures and cosmic horrors. The game has a dark atmosphere, and it mixes elements of Souls-like gameplay with some unique mechanics, like a dynamic time system that changes enemy behavior based on the time of day. You can also play it solo or with a friend in co-op mode. The art style is really intriguing too, with a blend of dark fantasy and sci-fi vibes. If you're into challenging gameplay and deep lore, it's definitely worth checking out. Blasphemous is this awesome Metroidvania-style game that's got a really unique art style, inspired by Spanish culture and religious imagery. You play as the Penitent One, who's on a quest to lift a curse that's plagued the land of CV Stodia. The game features tough platforming, intense combat, and some seriously challenging bosses. The atmosphere is super dark and moody, with a lot of lore to uncover as you explore. Plus, the pixel art is stunning. If you like games that challenge you and have a deep story, it's definitely a must-play. The combat system is pretty cool too, with a mix of melee attacks and special abilities. The game also dives into themes of guilt, penance, and redemption, making the story pretty deep and thought-provoking. Plus, the soundtrack is hauntingly beautiful and really sets the mood while you're playing. Mortal Shell is an action RPG that has a unique twist on the Souls-like genre. You play as a character who can inhabit different shells, which are basically bodies that give you different abilities and playstyles. One of the standout features is the hardening ability, which lets you temporarily turn into stone to block attacks, adding a strategic layer to combat. This mechanic allows for a lot of variety in how you approach combat and exploration. The game features challenging enemies and bosses, similar to what you'd find in Dark Souls, but with its own distinct mechanics. The world of Mortal Shell is dark and atmospheric, filled with intricate environments and lore to discover. The art style is gritty and immersive, making for a visually striking experience. Hollow Knight is an amazing Metroidvania game that really stands out. You play as a little knight exploring the beautiful, hand-drawn world of Hollownest, which is filled with creepy creatures and hidden secrets. The gameplay is a mix of platforming, combat, and exploration, and it has this gorgeous art style that really pulls you in. The game also has a deep story and lore that you uncover as you progress, and the bosses are super challenging and memorable. Plus, the music is stunning and really adds to the atmosphere. If you love exploration and a bit of a challenge, Hollow Knight is definitely a must-play. Thymesia is an action RPG that's got a unique vibe. You play as a character named Corvus, who has the ability to wield plague powers. The game is set in a dark world where you fight against monstrous enemies and uncover the mysteries of the land. The combat system is fast-paced and fluid, allowing you to dodge, parry, and unleash powerful attacks. One cool feature is the plague weapon mechanic, where you can steal abilities from enemies and use them against them. Thymesia has some really memorable bosses that challenge your skills and test your strategies. Each boss has its own unique design and mechanics, making encounters feel fresh and intense. If you enjoy challenging gameplay and a bit of a gothic aesthetic, Thymesia is definitely worth checking out. Ashen is an action RPG that has a really unique vibe. It's set in a dark, open world where the sun is basically gone, and you're on a quest to find a place called the Light. One cool feature about Ashen is its focus on co-op gameplay. You can meet other players in the world and team up with them, but it's not a forced thing. You can choose to go solo if you want. The combat is pretty engaging too, with a mix of melee and ranged attacks, and you can also craft weapons and gear. The game emphasizes exploration and discovery, so you'll find hidden areas and secrets as you navigate the world. Overall, it's got a really intriguing blend of challenge and exploration that keeps you hooked. Remnant from the Ashes is an action RPG that combines third-person shooting with survival mechanics. Set in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by monstrous creatures, the game features a rich lore and a unique blend of gunplay and melee combat. One of the standout features of Remnant is its procedurally generated levels. This means that each playthrough can feel different, as the environments, enemy placements, and loot can change. This adds a lot of replayability to the game. Overall, Remnant from the Ashes offers a thrilling experience with its mix of shooting, exploration, and co-op gameplay.